What's up everybody, this is Adam Ellis. In today's video we're going to cover how to mix trance vocals. Okay, so we're in Logic and trance vocals can be very tricky. The dynamics on vocals can make sections be fine in one area and then they can be quiet in other areas. Over the years I've tried multiple different methods. At first I used a gain tool and like auto rode the gain a bit like this. We'll just go to the screen quickly. Let's imagine these are quite even, but these are a bit quieter than these, okay? So what I'd do in the past, I'd get a gain tool. I'm going to use the volume tool for now just to save time. But I'd get the gain tool and like manually go like this. And it's obviously a massive ball ache. Now, people are going to say, just compress the vocals. Well, I have already compressed them. The vocals are already compressed. But just because vocals are compressed doesn't mean that you don't necessarily have dynamics in there. Now, dynamics in a vocal, what are they? Quiet and loud. So in some sections, something might be too quiet, so you turn it up. But in the next section, it's now too loud. So what a bit of compression does is it kind of balances it out, but we don't want to kill the dynamics completely. And yeah, I just wanted to share a little tip with you guys on how I now basically mix my trance vocals. Now we'll just listen to this track. It's really stripped back in a minute, but yeah, we'll have a listen to this track and then you'll see the same track on a drop, you can't hear it. So what I used to do as well, as I used to basically duplicate the channel, pull it down and have a different version for the drop. But that means that you've got way more channels, you've got way more processing going on. So recently I've been doing a little bit of an easier method. And yeah, today just a quick video just to kind of show you that. So we'll listen to this little vocal, you'll hear that it's got some compression, it's mixed nicely. You can see the dynamics within the waveform before the compression. And we're doing about -6 decibels of compression. We've also got compression on the bus channel too. Just as like an extra layer of compression. So let's have a listen. So we've not got much compression. We've got a little bit running on the channel and some on a bus as well. I don't know why I do it like that. There's no rhyme or reason. My understanding was that you should compress every channel individually, and then with the vocal, with it being like quite a big element, I just figured putting a second compressor on there, a specific vocal compressor, and just having like -3 decibels of compression. It's a bit like gain stage, and you're just adding compression in stages. But if I'm being completely truthful, I wouldn't be able to tell you if I took it off and re-leveled it, if it made a difference. I should do that test. That would be a good video. Anyway, so we'll go to the drop now. And again, I've muted a lot of elements, so it's quite stripped back. But even with a lot of elements muted, you'll still hear that the vocal's really quiet. So we can see it's far too loud, far too quiet, sorry. So again, what I used to do was, up until fairly recently, was duplicate the channel and have a second section. But before you knew it, I had I had verse 1, verse 2, vocal chops, breakdown chorus, chorus drop 2, and in every single section, new things would be added like plucks or leads or pads or whatever, and I was having to mix each one individually. Before you know it, I've got 5 or 6 channels. And my CPU will start to get clogged up. So yeah, anyway, just a super simple tip. You can actually just adjust things in the region. At least you can with Logic. I'm really hoping you can with your DAW too. But there's this gain tool here, and it makes life very easy because not only can you control the entire region. Let's say that this section here, let's get a marquee tool. Let's say this was a bit quiet, and you can just literally turn that up. So it's absolutely perfect. It's such a great way of editing. So first things first is we'll just get the entire vocal and we'll just turn it up some. You can see the CPU is already struggling, and that's because we've got Logic open with lots of processing and also OBS. So you can imagine why I had to come up with this idea and approach this a bit differently. So I've just turned it up just with the region tool in Logic, and it saves me having to add a second channel. I can now go through each section, use the marquee tool or whatever tool you want to call it in your DAW to chop it up, and then adjust every one perfectly. So this track's not mixed down yet, so this isn't a precise kind of edit, but I'm just going to kind of do it on the fly just to kind of show you what I mean. Just looking for sections that are really not kind of coming through just enough. See, before I couldn't really hear the words. It says live the life. I could just hear live life. So just by turning it up 2 decibels, I can now hear it perfectly. Again, just a little bit too quiet. Already got a 4. Let's put it up to 6 again. And this is just really fine tuning. You've got the vocal from the singer, lots of dynamics, which is fantastic. That's what you want. You've added some compression, but you've not gone crazy. You don't want to kill the dynamics. And now we're fine tuning. Now, of course, some people out there will just slam a massive compressor on, rinse the shit out of it, kill all the dynamics. But, you know, I just don't like that approach. I like more of a natural approach, do it in stages. So we get the vocal, we put it in, we add some compression on the track, we put a bit of overall compressor on the bus, and then we go and fine tune it. And rather than using a gain rider, this region gain, I don't know what it's called. I guess changing the volume of the region, right? This is a region, it's a vocal region. So yeah, this region volume change is just fantastic. You might not like that. It's a bit sharp, so we might turn that one down. A lot of people will use a noise gate to get rid of it and the breaths. And with this, you just don't need to do it because you might like some of the breaths, but you might not. I've taken that breath out a little bit on my last one. It just sounds so much cleaner. Best thing as well is you can see how loud it is. So this was it before. And now I can just use my eyes to see. Right, that's matched. It's going to sound way better. Okay, so this is a super quick short tutorial on my way of adjusting and fine-tuning vocals. So I hope you enjoyed that one. We've got a winner for the last tutorial. It is Zimiger 1981. I've pronounced that really badly, but get in touch with my manager Chris. His email will be on the screen. As always, you can get in touch with me. It's tutorials@animalistdj.com. The email will be up somewhere. I'm always doing this. I'm still not used to it. And you can get in touch if you want to know more about my one-to-one lessons, mix and mastering service, if you just want me to listen to your track, or if you've got any questions, or if you've got any suggestions for the channel. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that one, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.